What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Let's talk about Terra Luna Classic one more time in this video. And we're recording this at 8:29 a.m. I just want to let you know because this video may go out a lot later. And I hope that things do run for the position. I hope it runs to, point 0.002. That would be, or point 0.000, is it 3 zeros? 0.0002. I hope it gets to that level today or this weekend. That would be amazing for growth and it would create a lot of excitement going into the week. But what I want to talk to you about in this video is about the overall supply. People have mentioned to me about certain prices and they always state that it can't get to these prices because of the supply. It can't get to a 3 cent price because that would be, 180 billion-dollar market cap, and seeing Terra Luna Classic at $180 billion market cap is insane. And honestly, it is a high level for it to get to. Understand that it does, it has its own chain. Like you're looking at, you're not looking at something that's like a Shiba Inu that's, connected to the Ethereum chain or built on the Ethereum chain, right? You're looking at something completely different here. But the point is, can you see this get to a level to where it's potentially worth as much as Ethereum is like right now at a $200 billion market cap? I kind of want to talk to you about the supply. The supply we know that can be burned down. Can we burn down 99% of the supply? What different factors and different things do we have going into that 99% of the supply, or all of that supply there and the burns, right? So we'll talk about that today. Guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out any of the links that are down below. It does help out the channel. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon. Those links are in the description. Don't forget about my other links for Rumble and anything else that is there. Feel free to check that out. And just it all helps out the channel, so I appreciate it. But let's take some time to talk about Terra Luna Classic. The number one issue that people have with Terra Luna Classic price predictions is the supply. And they always state that it has a 7 trillion supply. Technically, it's less than that. Well, we see it, but if you're rounding up, yes, it has a 7 trillion supply. And getting to $1 will be a $7 trillion market cap. Getting to 10 cents will be a $700 billion market cap. Getting to 1 cent at the overall high of the supply would be a $70 billion market cap. Currently, with the circulating supply, you would see a $58 billion market cap at a cent. And I always mention to people that 1 cent to 3 cents is where I believe that we're going to see this flow to in the bull market. And it all depends on what we see. Will we see 99% of the supply that burns off? If I had to spoil this entire video, no, I don't think we will see the entire supply that does burn off. But there's always a chance. And I think you'll see a massive amount that does end up burning off to where we get to a point where maybe we could repeg at a certain level or see, technically 99% of the supply could be burned off. So I won't 100% say no. I won't 100% say no. I would say it's probably more of like an 80%. It's getting a little bit better, honestly, but 80% chance right now that we can see 99% of the supply that burns off. So with that being said, can we see this flow to some of these levels of 1 cent or 3 cents? Yeah, I think we can. Can we see it go to a level of 10 cents? Honestly, I think we could, but it really all depends on everything that's happening. So I'm kind of getting lost here. I'm lost in the sauce here. So let me go into Terra Luna Classic, clean my brain up a little bit, and then we'll get back into this topic as we look at where the price is right now. So currently, Terra Luna Classic is sitting at 1415.001415, and we're looking at an $820 billion market cap while looking at the 5.8 trillion coins that are in supply. If we look at the total supply, we have 6.8, like I said, around that 7 billion, total supply level, 7 trillion total supply level. And we can see the price has been hovering around this 0.00014 level or 13 level for, the last day or so. If we look at once it does break it, by the time you're watching this video, you'll probably see it either up or down 1%, unless things just absolutely blew up and it's up by 10% or, down by 10%. You never really know how the market's really going to flow, especially with the volume being down by over 20% from the last 24 hours. So anyways, as I have this discussion, hopefully just going through that did clear up my mind. As I have this discussion, it's really all hovering around if we can see the supply, fully get burned off. How we can burn off 99% of the supply. Because while we see that it's at 80-20 right now, it can get better and better and better. So right now, we only have the factor of Binance burns, which is massive. We have a factor of the on-chain burns, and then we have other places that are also burning. Right? We have standard or random Binance burns that are happening, random burns that are going on as people are creating some sort of community burn parties and stuff like that. But that's not something that's consistent. We want to see consistency. So what can we do in order to see that burn 99%? Sorry, there's a spider on the tripod. What can we see that'll help it burn 99%? Well, increase in volume. An increase in volume really does help you get to a level where you could potentially burn 99%. Understand this, volume on chain, we typically see if we look at, actually, let me go and make sure I'm showing the screen. If we look at volume on chain, and we look at DEX volume, we're seeing out of the $400 million, we're seeing 460,000. So typically, what are we looking at? Like 1%, of that. That's actually, going through the DEX side, meaning that we have that with the burn tax associated with it. But then we also have 50% of the volume that flows through Binance. So Binance could potentially burn a lot more if they decided to go back to 100% of their burns. But it's not a given that they're going to do that. But the increase in volume will increase the amount that we can burn off altogether. You've seen what happened recently, where we went from 760 million that we burned off to 3.9 billion coins that we burned off altogether. So if that's the case, we could burn off a lot more if we see that increase in volume. But then I think we also need to find a way to get exchanges on board. I know that right now they may not be on board because of the mindset behind it, the way we believe or why we believe we should burn off for these exchanges. A lot of people are mainly doing it for their own financial gain rather than for what the community is, rather than for the growth of the ecosystem, the growth of the chain. They don't care about the chain. Some people don't care about the chain. They only care about the money that you can gain from it and the financial freedom that you can have. So ultimately, I think this video kind of is all over the place. But if I had to all bring it together back to one place, I'm very cold here. If I had to bring it all back together to one place, can we burn 99% of the supply? We can. I'm not 100% sure if we will, though. I would love to see that percentage get a little bit better to where right now we are at an 80-20, basically saying that it's 20% chance that we could see that burn off 99% of the supply. But it's getting better every day. As we see Binance burns, as we see more interest, as we see more volume, it's getting better every day. And I hope this video doesn't get like overblown in certain sectors, saying that, I don't believe that we can burn off 99%. I do believe that there's a chance. But right now, with the rate that we're going, it's not really a factor of whether we're going to burn 99%, but how we're going to survive in the new normal, right? Does that make sense to people? Hopefully that does. Guys, if you could, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I don't want to, risk any frostbite out here. I don't know why that heater isn't really working. It says it's going to 74, but it's like 47, not 74. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, check out any of the links that are down below. It does help out the channel. I'll make sure to give you guys a bunch of different videos during this weekend. And hopefully we have some major movement in Terra Luna Classic and the entire crypto market, honestly. But I'm going to get out of here. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.